One thing that you always do before, or ensure before you say order.
One small thing that I try to do most of the time before my shot is taken is I quickly go through a glimpse of Rohan Shekhawat's life, how and how he ended up here and what all he has been through in his life, so that that feel of character comes in sharper. So what I've realized is with whatever time I've been on the show, now it comes quicker. Like it takes me lesser time to get into that because I somehow do not follow the approach of. Sort of method acting that we talk of. Method acting is a very, very big term.
Big term, yeah.
But yeah, I do not believe in being in character all the time. Like when I'm on the set, off the set, I'm just me, I'm Vibhu most of the time. But whereas when I am in front of the camera, I try to be completely Rohan, which is different from me. Like
how is he different? Even he is a Rajput and he is a prince and you are a prince. Hello.
Okay, couple of things. I wear my heart on my sleeves. That's the first thing, and Rohan doesn't do that. Rohan he is, I don't know, rooted and steady and mature and very controlled. I'm very not so controlled, and Hindi is another thing. I
was going to come to that.
Yes, that's a challenge because half the time.
और ये जो हम करके जब बोलते हैं उसके बारे में कुछ खुलासा करें.
Of course, there are a couple of family members who talk like that, like my chachi, my mommy. They all talk like that, but I have never talked like that, and none of my siblings talk like that. So I'm just not used to it, and a lot of Hindi that I use on the show is not Vibhu. It's not me. But I have to work on it because that's another thing. Right before the shot, I try to tell myself, forget, Vibhu, just get into your Hindi shoes, think Hindi, talk in Hindi, because half the times what happens is when we improvise, so if a scene going on, there's an extra line that I'm supposed to say, and funnily, it always comes out in English. So at some point, Ravi.
So we were talking about the Hindi aspect.
Yes, तो मैं हिंदी में बोलूँ तो I think better होगा, अच्छा होगा,
तो बोलिए ना,
बेहतर होगा,
बेहतर होगा.
So बहुत बार
one dialogue that you probably found tough.
Okay,
in Hindi.
There was one line where I had to say. There was this word. I have forgotten the word. It was so difficult. When we had the Maha episode, and I think it was edited out in the telecast, and there was a word called.
What did it mean?
It meant artistic. RC sir से ज़्यादा artistic इस field में कोई भी नहीं है. So the line was like RC sir. It's not unnat. It is. It's a very strange word. Okay, I could not even pronounce it at that point. And the funny part was when Manini was shooting with us, and Manini got it right, and Manini told me the meaning of that, and I was like, how did you know that? Because मुझे नहीं पता. So she told me that she was working on Mahadev at that point. So she said, I am these days doing a lot of Hindi dialogue, so I'm good with it. So that was one line. I cannot recollect the word right now. It was a very difficult word.
If you do, we'll talk about it.
Yes, at some point.
So tell us, apart from the passion that you follow, that is acting, what are traveling is the other thing that you talked about.
Yes.
What else drives you?
I think the first love of my life is wildlife.
Okay.
Nature and wildlife. Like
Again,
I totally connect with it, and I think I was born to do something for animals. That's what I still feel. So when I said like a lot of things do not work out despite they being your dream, this is one of those things. When I was like a little kid, I told my mom I wanted to be a forest officer, and I'll do something for animals. And
interesting.
She convinced me not to do it because she had her own logic that you'll be living in jungles, there would be no family life, personal life, kya jungle mein akele rahoge and stuff like that. And I was a kid, so I got brainwashed easily, and my mom is good at it.
Mom's always good at that.
Yeah, mom's great at it. So I gave it up, and then gradually I moved around a lot of work things, and I ended up here. So I still have this thing that someday when I can do something in my own way, I would love to do it for animals, for environment, of course for people also, which would transcend through this field mostly, because this field is an amazing medium where your work approaches millions outside and it affects them. Like this is the beauty of this field, like entertainment and film and TV, that is the biggest draw I had initially. into this field was that one small effort of yours, if rightly put, affects millions of people. There are so many things on TV or in movies which I can pinpoint changed me a little bit somewhere. You know, there are certain films you walk out of the theater and you say, oh, I feel like a different person.
Right.
You know, the latest.
Did you see the latest?
Yes, I was coming to that. The latest is Bhag Milka Bhag. Everybody who's seen it comes out of the theater like a different person, and they just want to do something in life. You know,
Yes,
that kind of thing.
I saw the movie, and during the movie, which is nowadays a rare thing. Earlier, of course, I mean, if Amitabh came on the screen and there would be whistling and cheering. But when he broke the national record with his broken foot, injured foot, people were cheering. And when he broke the world record, people were cheering.
See,
and
that's
when,
the power
when
of this
they
video.
said flying sick, and, I mean, it was towards the end, of course, but when he said the flying sick, there were at least 4 people around me before it was said as flying sick, and I was like, people were so involved in the movie. And they were inspired, and when we were walking out, people are just talking about, oh my god, that was just amazing, that was just amazing. So yes, in recent times it has been the most inspiring movie.
And you know, if this medium used correctly can really bring on a revolution, any kind of revolution you want to bring among people and make a difference in this world, this is a very good medium to do that.
So what do you think can happen on Suvreen? I know you're not the writer, you're not the ideator, but just offhand, if you were to think of utilizing this medium, what would you want to talk about?
I think on our show, the simplicity of the show teaches one thing to people, that despite running into day-to-day problems the way characters on the show run into, a lot of issues like, you know, love, work and domestic issues and surviving in a new city by yourself. So everybody, all the characters, they run into different issues, and how we deal with them is an example to people who get stressed out very quickly. Like, of course, stress is one thing you get for free in life. Like, it comes uninvited to your door.
We're getting some one-liners from you, huh? Nice.
Yeah. So that's how I see life. Like, stress you will get no matter what. Okay. So you should know how to take it in and pass it out. Like,
कभी-कभी सब कुछ अच्छा चल रहा है तो भी उस बात का stress होता है.
Yes. When everything is right, you're stressed, something might go wrong. You know, that's our human nature. We are bound to get stressed. So the sooner we accept the stress as part of our life and we start dealing with it, smoothly, I'm sure the life is going to turn out beautiful. And that's what our show is about. Like small things which affect people big time.
Right.
If dealt properly, can still work out.
So as a parting shot, what would be your mantra for beating stress?
For what?
Beating stress.
For beating stress, just accept it and tell yourself that I am not going to give in. Simple as that. Like, bring your fighter up, because stress is going to be there in your life at some point or every point. So better take it as part of your life. Like something like dust on the floor or on your furniture, which comes in every day. You just wipe it off and you get ready for another round of wiping off next
That
day.
is so amazing.
Yes.
Thank you. Really pleasure to speak with you, Vibhu.
My pleasure to be here.
There is a shoot that's going to go on, so we're going to
Yes.
cut for
Yes.
now, right? We might just
Yes.
come back. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.